Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your TNA Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode number 1612. We just got done rant and rave about 15 minutes ago. I just got done watching the Patriots lose to the Philadelphia Eagles, even though it is a preseason game, 14-13, very close game. Patriots trying to make a lot of improvements about, hopefully, might see a different Patriots team than expected. Then you got, TNA Impact just got over not too long ago. And, and it seems like to me, in TNA Impact, like I said, there was another NXT superstar crossing over to the TNA platform. We'll get to that right now. As you know, there was two Ultimate X Qualifiers. As you know, Emergence is coming up, and whoever wins one of these qualifier matches will be taking part in a 6-man X Division Champion Ultimate X matchup. As you know, Mike Bailey is in it. He'll defend the title. So, right now, Chris Bay of ABC came out first, and then John Skyler comes out, runs his mouth about how he's gonna, win the matchup, and then Chase Hughes, Riley Osborne will try to pick up and continue on with the team's momentum. As you know, Rich Holland and Andre Chase became the tag team champions this past Tuesday night on NXT. Riley Osborne plans on see if he can win this matchup to bring the X Division title not only to, think about NXT X Division title. I sense something here. You never know. And Frankie Kazarian joined on commentary, and during the matchup, complaining about being number one contender for a championship. This was a heck of a match of Chris Bay, John Skyler, and Riley Osborne. And Osborne, in a shocking move, won the match. That's right. I never expected. So Riley Osborne will be going on his first TNA pay-per-view as a member of the NXT roster and a member of Chase U. So Chase U right now is riding a serious momentum shift this week, man. Let me tell you, momentum shift this week, and it's going in the favor of Chase U. There you go. Excuse me. And Santino Marella confronts Matt Cardona about what he did to PCO and offered him a contract of some sorts. And Mike Cardona says, I'll read it over and think about it. And then Frank Kazarian addresses being a title contender, but Eric Young interrupts him, saying that, trying to scold him, and then Steve Macklin wanted a shot as well. And so Steve Macklin did address his last match, and that was against Mike Santana. It didn't go the way I wanted. I got to get back on my feet, and it's very, very important to me that I do. And that's what Steve Macklin's saying. Another matchup between Giselle Shaw and Tasha Steelz. And heck of a matchup on the knocks out. And Giselle Shaw defeated Tasha Steelz. So that means Steelz won one match, Shaw wins the other. I think the rubber match should be a number one contenders for the Knockouts Championship. More in that situation. The system did jump Mike Santana in. The back starts running their mouth. Ever since the system lost all their titles, except for Alicia Edwards and Mont Slimovich, a.k.a. the Militia, it seems like the system is trying to jump everybody, disrespect people. Hey, you lost your titles, you lost your titles. So, anyways, the system came out though after that attack and addresses the Tampa crowd, running their mouth, saying we want our belts back, yada yada yada. Then Mike Santana, they said, oh, he's not medically cleared, he's not going to fight Moose. So, Mike Santana came out and he fought Moose in a one-on-one matchup. Fought with all his heart, but at the end, Moose ended up winning the matchup thanks to the system getting involved. Then Joe, and as they would continue to attack him, Joe Hendry comes to Mike Santana's aid and then addresses the system, saying they'll face the Hardys in a tag team matchup. So there's that. And Spitfire. Jody Threat upset with Militia. They always cheat, and then Danny Luna's like trying to calm her down. So we'll get the titles back, and we'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, they did the vignette footage of last week's matchup. The Knockouts title was on the line, Jordan Grace versus Rosemary, until Ash by Elegance and her personal concierge, George Iceman, ruined that. And needless to say, Jordan Grace was ticked off about it. He said, if she wants a fight, I'll give her a fight. So, what Jordan Grace meant by that, she better talk to Santino about before she does anything rash. And then in the second Ultimate X Qualifier, Jason Hodge tried to run his mouth on the Tampa crowd. And then Ace Austin, and then Rich Swann, accompanied by AJ Francis. And as Ace Austin and Rich Swann basically were sniping at each other, and AJ Francis chokeslammed Ace Austin in a triple threat match with no disqualification. Jason Hodge took advantage of the situation and ended up pinning of all the chaos, and ended up pinning Ace Austin to win the matchup. So I wouldn't be surprised if AJ Francis and Rich Swann will try to go at it, and Chris Bay came to the ring and saw what was going on. I would not be surprised if ABC and First Class on a head-to-head collision for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. And Santino Marella and Cardona went in the back discussing the contract and matches, and it's okay, fine, sign them up. And I said, let's look at a 6-person tag. I say PCO and his wedding party, basically Rhino and Xia Brookside, against me and a couple of partners. So Santino goes, fine, and you'll get PCO one-on-one at Emergence. And he said, that's fine. Something's up. Something is seriously up. We'll find out when that was. Well, the TNA World title was on the line for the remainder of the television event. This matchup, I think, went for a good 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. The matchup was so good, the fact that the limit, TV time limit, timekeeper rang the bell, and according to that, it ends up in a time limit draw. But however, Nic Nemeth retains the title. I would have said, I'm done, fine. It was a great matchup, but if you want to go in again, talk to Santino, we'll talk about it. Nic Nemeth wanted 5 more minutes because he had Josh Alexander beat. He had him beat. And then, the referee, she's like, excuse me. She's like, are you ready? You want 5 more minutes? You want to fight? And then the referee tried to go over to Josh Alexander. He wants to get 5 more minutes. You want to go? Josh Alexander bails out of the ring, saying, heck no. I'm done. I'm bushed. I'm tired. Gotta go home to the wife and kids. But Nic Nemeth says, grabs him, throws him in the ring. But then, as Nic Nemeth climbs back in the ring, Josh Alexander attacks him, then low blows him, and said, now you give me the 5 minutes in the ring. Referee refuses to do it. So, right now, Nic Nemeth is still champion, but the match ended up in a time limit draw. So, and after low blows him, gets out of the ring, grabs the belt, lifts it up, and leaves. It seems like this war between Nic Nemeth and Josh Alexander is yet to be over. I believe there's another chapter going to be written in this saga, that's for sure. So, that is all the time we have on this show. Oh, actually, not yet, because I talked to Jordan and Brand about the women's division. Like I said, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. And I forgot to mention, too, that, NXT, you got Julia, Stephanie Vicaire and Delta from Australia on their way to the WWE. We'll see what happens when No Mercy happens. But then again, No Mercy's happening in September. October, the premiere on the CW network. So you want to bring some big names that could bring ratings to the CW network. We'll find out for sure. And with the power of social media, anything's possible at this rate. So, now that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1612 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977 TNA Event Center for the 15th of August 2024. A little bit of rainy out there, but you know what? We're surviving that. I think the rain's gone away. So, tomorrow, we got the Game of Strategy, Luck, Knowledge, and Daring, Bullseye. We got SmackDown, AEW Rampage. We're going to have a little bit of fun. So, more wrestling tomorrow. How cool is that? So, that's all the time we have on the show. And until the next episode comes rolling around, see you later, guys. And Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.